So I wanted to ask you now about CUSU reform and how much reform you think is needed, first of all.
How much reform do I think is needed? I don't know.
Let's start with the council.
Depends on different
Start
areas.
with CUSU Council.
Yeah, CUSU Council I think needs reform.
Because what's been done?
But I have been trying.
Yeah, because you said in your manifesto that there's an untapped strength in CUSU Council that can be utilised if we help JCRs and MCRs link together. So I wonder what you mean by untapped strength, and have you been untapping it?
Well, I've been trying. So last term I introduced a distinction in CUSU Council between policy and action motions. So previously, any motion would just be filed together, and that could be an action that was literally going to happen the next day, like so-and-so is going to be elected to this committee and they're elected by council, and that effectively is done. Or it could be a policy motion, like a massive issue. Like this time we've had motions coming to do with like free education, divestment, and my idea was that like policy motions need to be properly discussed amongst CUSU Council to make it into like a vibrant space of discussion, and that action motions, they can be treated a little bit separately and they can be put in a different policy document, because I thought it was like hard for students to find the policy documents.
Because we noticed that we tried to find your the minutes from all the Michaelmas meetings on the website.
Yeah.
They're not there at the moment. We weren't
know.
able to ask you about those.
I know, like they were supposed to be uploaded. It's not my job, it's actually the job of like a staff member. And I've been running CUSU, like they've recently resigned and I've been running CUSU Council since, but like I did remind them a few times and they haven't been uploaded.
Okay, so,
yeah.
so it's something you're working on. You're aware that there are no minutes at the moment.
You should sign up to the CUSU Council mailing list.
Okay, because the other issue as well on emails, there's, instead of the minutes, there's an email address that says if you have any issues accessing them, please contact this address. And unfortunately we tried it and the email just bounces back, unfortunately. We tried it on 3 separate accounts, so maybe that's something that can be
probably
looked at
the
as
email
well.
address is like not functioning anymore, maybe. I'll take a look.
Because would you acknowledge that the website is a bit of an issue at the moment?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think it was in the last budget, 18 grand a year is being spent on the website.
No.
Is that not right?
No, it's like more like 7.
How much would you expect to be having to spend on a website?
Around £7,000 to £10,000 is pretty average for an organisation. Our website, we get it from NUS, and the decision was made to change websites in about 2014, and I think the time is ripe for changing again, personally.
So you would be up for that?
We're going to change, yeah. That's 100% going to happen.
Because on that note, we actually had a go. We've made a CUSU website.
Yeah?
It took Joe Cook, our sort of creative director and general technical whiz, about 3 hours. He says it will cost £100 a year. And can we show it to you? It looks identical.
Thanks.
It looks identical to the CUSU website.
Let's have a look.
Here it is.
Looks nice.
We're willing to put it up. We might call it something like
Please don't.
CUSU18k.com.
No, please don't do that, because then people get really confused, like prospective applicants. Like it's nothing to do with like anything other than that. It's just like prospective applicants to Cambridge, they often look for the CUSU website. If there's like more than one website, it's going to be like quite an access problem.
No, fair enough. No, of course, this is just to demonstrate the point that it can be made quite easily for £100 a year.
Well, there's probably quite a lot of functions on the CUSU website that yours probably doesn't have, like voting software and societies directory.
No, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, so the capacity, the cost is for a website that has quite a lot of capabilities, but I think it needs to change. But the problem is these things, like obviously you have a contract of 1 year, and we have decided like not to renew our contract for 3 years.
Because you're being ripped off, really. I mean,
I don't think I think it's better than it used to be. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the website. Like, so our new design person is just like fantastic. I think the website looks pretty good. Better than it used to anyway. But yeah, I think it could be so much better. But I also think that a lot of like sort of what advertising and this sort of thing has moved to Facebook. And I think that we're pretty active on Facebook, so hopefully...
Obviously, according to the figures we have, this website is 180 times cheaper than the CUSU one. So obviously there aren't some of the functionalities, but hopefully this is something you'll take on board.
Yeah, definitely.
And we can spend 18 grand on something else in the future.
No, yeah, 100%.
On that note about the website and things, transparency is something you're looking to improve, I assume? I
think the transparency has been like pretty good this year. So first of all, last term we had like a CUSU Finances Explained session, where I presented like a PowerPoint with data about CUSU finances.
Are you able to explain more about what's going on with the TCS finances as well?
Yeah, like I just think that was like a sort of, it's one of those like storms in a teacup, because I just think like it kind of, because it happened over the weekend, it was harder for me to get involved because I was like not working.
Sure.
But it just wasn't that big of a deal.
So is that something you're now able to explain what you mean?
Yeah, basically TCS, as I've been very, like ever since last term, as I've been very open about, makes a loss. Print advertising in the UK is in decline, and we're in quite a competitive marketplace because there are 3 student newspapers in Cambridge, which means that advertisers don't feel the need to advertise with TCS. But our other income streams are going much better. So for example, we fund a publication called Blue Sky, and niche print publications do much better in terms of advertising. And so for example, we're starting a new careers project to get in money. So it's kind of swings and roundabouts. Like TCS isn't bringing in as much money as it used to, basically. But
sure.
I have been making sure people know that.
And the issue with transparency, we heard that the CUTV cameras had to be switched off while that was being discussed in the meeting.
That wasn't what we were discussing at that time. It was like specific staff members.
Right, so it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah,
there.
that was also something that was covered in a deliberately inflammatory way by the press.
So yeah, I mean, what do you make of the student press? Obviously, you've been covered a lot by them over the last year.
Yeah.
What's your experience been like?
My experience has been very mixed. Yeah, like
nothing more you want to say on that.
It's hard to win with the student press. It really is. And I really, consistently reply to comment requests and all this kind of thing. And I'm quite friendly with the people that make the articles, but basically...
Do they take themselves a bit seriously sometimes? I don't know.
I don't know, but with us, effectively, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Anything we say will be turned into a negative story. And if we don't say anything, we turn it into a negative story. And I've tried so hard. And basically, I think, we can't really win.